Hi everyone, happy Monday. It's another new week here in A2. I'm sure most of the students are counting down to the holiday break, our winter break, but we still have lots to do in a short amount of time. I still can't believe we kind of have two full weeks left. So don't just shut off the brains just yet. We still have 2 full weeks, still lots to go on. I know I want to finish up a lot of things before we take breaks. So then in January, it's a new year, it's a new start. So everything will start fresh and new when we come back in January. So the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about today is what we're doing in math. We still are in investigation 2. We're still doing a lot of measurement and data. We've kind of mastered bar graphs and pictographs. Then last week we were introduced to line plots. And now today what we're doing, we're working on measurement to the nearest inch and inch and a half using a foot ruler. And then we're also using that data that we're collecting to make a line plot. So it's kind of merging the two things together. And the biggest reason I wanted to talk about it, because tonight for homework, you're actually creating your first line plot by yourself. We've done it a lot in class, and I know that you can do it, so I don't want you to get frustrated. You are pretty much making it up from scratch. I didn't even give you a number line. So I just wanted to show you all the different parts of a line plot, the one that we did today in class, so that you can use this to help you with your homework tonight. So if you see me for math, what you're doing is page 99 and 100 in your math workbook. Don't freak out. It's only like 4 questions. So it seems like a lot because it's 2 pages, but it's not. So the first one is, it's called Reach for the Sky, and there's going to be a bunch of data here about a class, and they measured how high they could reach without standing on their tiptoes. So everything seems to be in inches, and there's all of the members of the class, so you have to look at your data, and then you have to begin a line plot. So the first thing that you should really do when making your line plot, and again, it might be hard to see, you want to draw a number line. This is exactly, you need a number line, you need a title, and then you need to label what these numbers represent. So what we did today, we measured how long our feet were with our shoes with a ruler. So the smallest number that we had was 8.5 inches, so I put that here. Then the largest number we had was 11.5, so I put it at the end of the line plot. And then since we're measuring to the nearest half inch, I knew I just had to fill in the rest of my numbers by half inches. So 8.5 went to 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, then an 11.5. There's no need for me to go to 12 because nobody in our class had a foot that actually measured a foot. I think it was just one student who had their foot measure 11.5 inches. So once you set up your number line, then it's not so hard. But again, you first need to figure out what's my smallest number that I have, put that over to the left. Then what's the biggest number that I have? And then you fill in all the spaces in between, okay? Just like we've been doing at school. Once you have your number line, then you can plot your data. So that's why you're using this data here to see, okay, and I think I did the same thing this morning, or this afternoon, really. I said, so now that we have 8.5, how many people measured their foot and it was 8.5 inches? People raised their hands, and I counted to myself, and then I asked the class, how many X's do I need to put above that number? And they told me 3. So it's the same thing that you're doing here. You're creating your number line, put your range of numbers on there from the smallest to the largest, and then just go through all the data and see, like the first one I see here is 59. So I can say, okay, how many students put that it's 59 inches? Do I only see 1? I only see 1. So there's only going to be 1 X above that. And then once you start plotting your data, you're going to be able to see how your line plot is going to grow. So number 1, you're using the data to make a line plot. Number 2, it says the student's reaches ranged from blank to blank inches. So the range is just the smallest number to the biggest number. So what's the smallest number that you put on the number line? And then what's the largest number? That's going to be your range. Then, number 3 on page 100 just says, describe 2 things that you noticed about the data. So what are some things that you learned? You only have to tell me 2. And then number 4 is a division equation. So remember I told you multiplication and division isn't going to go away. I kind of sneak it back in there every now and then. So really, you only have 3 questions about this line plot. And then the 4th question should be a pretty simple division problem. So don't get discouraged if maybe you don't get the line plot at first. Remember, be flexible. Try your best and never give up. If you have some difficulty, we'll review it tomorrow in class. I think what we can do is we can recreate this as well. The more practice that we have, the better that you're going to get at it. So if you don't get it right away, that's okay. We're going to be continuing to plot data on line plots. If you have any questions, you can post them below. You can make a comment, or maybe mom or dad can message me on Dojo, okay? So everybody have a really, really great night. Good luck on your math. Remember, it's page 99 and 100 if you see me for math. And if you see Miss Riley, I know that she put a math sheet into your mailbox at the end of the day. So have a wonderful evening, and we will see you in the morning. Bye.